Let's talk about some of these singles. Let's go talk about some of the big records.
Let's start with Blow the Whistle.
What's the story behind Blow the Whistle?
And that was years in. I'm
yeah.
gonna let everybody know we starting there because we just starting there.
Blow the Whistle is, I guess now it's my signature song.
That's why I said that, because it's like no matter which club you go into between Atlanta, Dallas, New York.
So let's go
Philly.
put up a chart of every fucking artist who ever fucking lived. And let's find out at what point in their career did they make their signature song. When I made Blow the Whistle, I had already had like 8 or 9 platinum albums, you know, 4 or 5 gold albums. I had it was done. It was like the career is solid. I was 40 fucking years old when that song came out. I had been rapping since I was 14. I signed a Jive when I was like 20, 21. And here 20 years later,
Blow the Whistle pop off.
A song, but then this song comes out and it did what it was supposed to do. It did, it didn't really get no label love, but it did. It was cool. But the motherfucker never stopped. And I'm like you just look at some songs, some careers, and some, scenarios like that, and it's like, bro, that's unpredictable.
Hell yeah, it's unpredictable.
So now that it's like this fucking formula, like it's just just throw it on for 30 seconds when you DJ. I don't know what the fuck this shit is. Like now it's like I don't know how you explain that, bro.
Did you feel that like it was going to be that big when you did it, or you was just like, this feels like a good record?
No, you get the chills, man, and you know which ones are like really the shit to you. It did hit that vibe right off the rip, but I think back, man, and I'm like I kept seeing, I saw it kept going. Now, one thing I can tell you that I do know is that it kept having a rebirth. So Jive didn't push the record like they should have when it came out. So they gave it this hard push on the West Coast, and it was a mega record, and they wouldn't follow up through the Midwest and down South. And it was doing what it was doing. It was doing what it did on its own. But then I was out there going to program directors in different cities like Detroit or wherever and saying, hey, can I come in on a certain night and do a free show for you, and all I want in return is spins? And I did that in a lot of markets for, program directors or, DJs who had like a little power and shit. And it gave it a little boost.
More legs.
So then the next thing happened is the song starts hitting cities like New Orleans. And it been out for like 4 or 5 years, and then they take to it one day like it's a brand new song. I don't know who was the force behind it. Somewhere down the line, LeBron got mad at the basketball player for talking shit about, Jay-Z got mad because the basketball player was talking shit about LeBron.
Yeah.
And asked me for the instrumental. Then he didn't tell me why. I sent it to him. He gave it a whole new life in New York. Like the fucking song.
Jay-Z did freestyle.
Like it was a brand new song in New York. And the motherfucker would just jump to a certain country. And I'll call and they be like, man, that fucking shit is hot in Thailand. I'm like, what?
What?
Like 2017. I'm like it's the brand new hottest song. I'm like, what? So it kept getting born again. So thinking back, like I was going to say, I think about the logic in it. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Because Jermaine Dupri asked me one day, he said, him and Lil Jon, he brought Lil Jon in the game.
Yeah.
I came along and Jermaine loved him as his brain. He was the executive over there. He was making beats. I came and was like, you're an artist. And I was like, you can make all the records you want to make, because they probably wouldn't let him get on the mic over there. I got him in the studio, let him do what the fuck he wanted to do. And then
you hear this, man?
Yeah.
And then later in life, Lil Jon instantly becomes a mega star, but later in life, he keeps giving me beats. Like, he keeps throwing me beats. Lil Jon threw me Shake That Monkey, like a lot of beats. If I go play you all the Too Short songs on Lil Jon's beat, off Lil Jon beats, you'd be like, I didn't even fucking know.
Yeah.
It's this many, and I didn't even know he did this or that. Like, a lot of people don't know he did Blow the Whistle. Like, That doesn't sound like a Lil Jon beat, but it is. And Jermaine walks up, he's like, man, I just gotta ask you one thing, man. What the fuck did y'all put in that song? Like, what did y'all do that night? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, bro, it's that magic. I don't know. It's
Too Short.
It's that fucking, I don't even know. I think when you think about the universe and vibrations and shit, there's these certain notes that and just like winning notes in a certain succession or something. I just think that thing, because when Sweetie remade it, it feels good. When Drake remade it, feels good. Like that song has those good vibrations. I think it's gonna get remade again in another way. Somebody's gonna keep playing around with that. It's the lyrics, the opening verse is really like it talks a lot about mathematics. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of numbers in math in the first verse, and then it's the little crowd participation part. It's a lot of elements of that song that just it vibrates good. Is the most of the lyrics are just math. I'm just adding up shit. If you hear it, I say a lot of numbers. I feel like that something in the universe about the vibration.
Going deep right now.
The math, just being it's math is like the universal language, and then the part where it just make you finally say bitch. That's the most fun shit in the world. Yeah, all them years of Too Short and his nasty mouth saying bitch, and like that's like you all them ass whoopings that so many people got for getting caught listening to Too Short, all that shit, and your grandmama up there talking about what's my favorite word? Yeah. Like it just all came to full circle with Blow the Whistle. It just all like